Hi, I'm here with Keith from Miller Interior Design. We're here at my apartment to talk about getting creative with your living space. I'm Kirsten Dunn, and this is Dunn DIY.
I am so excited to be in your house.
I'm so glad you're here.
This is so cool.
Thanks.
When I come into a place like this as an interior designer, I try not to invade too much with what people have already done with their lives, but sometimes when I'm walking into people who have fantastic taste, some things that might need a little bit of help. When I walk right into the house, there's the entry, and we're in a small space, so we have to be thinking multifunctionally. And so we have your Dunn DIY coat hook, and then right underneath you've got this fantastic piece of equipment to put the messy shoes in. I love her. I got to come in here to, I would call it a great room, where we have kitchen, dining, living all in one space.
I love that. I love the kitchen space and the fact that it's not tucked away in this little corner, and I can be cooking while people are sitting on the couch, and it's all very communal.
Right, and so usually when I'm working with folks to make sure that their living spaces really function well is to start asking main questions like, how many people are actually going to be in here?
It's usually us and another couple, or maybe us and his siblings, which is five.
Five-ish, 4 to 5, 4 to 6 is kind of that common place. Great. That's where you get portable pieces. For example, you've got a chair with a footstool, and the footstool turns into another seat for the time that there are other people. Big pillows come into play, or poofs. A lot of times you've seen those where it's kind of a sort of an ottoman, but not really, and it can squish and tuck in a corner. Some of the tips I want to remind people is how you make those things functional for people who are sitting at the sofa. One that might not be so obvious are side tables. Those can be really, really helpful. There's this little 2-inch rule where that surface should be somewhere between 2 inches below or 2 inches above, or right exactly the height of the arm. Always be paying attention to dimensions when you're looking at the relationship of your chairs and your seats and side tables. What do you do in the kitchen?
To be honest, I work a lot from home, and so I'm often doing work on this table, and so there's a lot of transition from work to baking to cooking to sitting down and eating, all in this 12 square feet. The thing that kind of puts it over the edge is I end up using part of the counter space as a drying rack, and then that doesn't really leave me with a lot of counter space.
So then you're just sitting there with all the dishes on the counter
and
in
so
the rack.
Every so often I end up chopping vegetables in the sink and
down there like that, right?
making it work.
Right. You could move the faucet out of the way and maybe put a larger cutting board, larger than the hole of the sink, right over it. So then you can use that as extra counter. And then you have a solution that's just like, get it out of the way, put it on the wall, yay, Dunn DIY. We got lumber to work with, and make something that makes sense so you can always access those things. Readily available, but that way you still have space on your counter for what you really want to do.
Absolutely.
So, Kirsten, I'm thinking too about this particular type of tight space having such high ceilings, which can be a real benefit. What's fantastic to take advantage of, even if it's not perfectly ideal, is living vertically. Think beyond just what you can reach. Think higher. Build tall. There's more to what I'm doing here than just putting furniture in a house and making things pretty. I really believe wholeheartedly in the power of beauty. We're made to experience beauty as often as possible. And when we can put meaning and beauty all together in an environment that is so personal to the inhabitant, you become alive.
Thanks so much for coming, Keith, and for sharing your thoughts and ideas. I'm really excited to put some of them into play.
I love talking with you, and it's just so great to see you tucked in your new home here.
Be sure to check out our other videos in this series with Keith.